I did event fundraising for the first decade of my career, and honestly, I wish I had known then what I know now. Did you know in the world of fundraising events, over 30% of your net revenue can often come from sources most people never even consider? So today we're uncovering the hidden treasures in event fundraising, the hidden ROI, or return on investment. It's not what you think. So let me explain, because we all recognize the awareness value a fundraising event brings. Take media coverage, for instance. If your fundraising gala event grabs headlines, think about the cost that you save compared to buying that coverage. Then there's the word of mouth. Imagine Jimmy chatting about the charity fundraising event he attended over the weekend with his coworkers at the water cooler. But what about the value of all that social media amplification you got? What about the value of all the emails you added to your database at the event? These are gold mines for nonprofit fundraising. Let's break down these numbers along with some tips, because if you subscribe, you know that I'm all about the action items. There's a report that I found, and I'm going to link it, because they found that the average nonprofit has 4,191 subscribers, which raises $5,598 per year in donations. This means that each email subscriber averages about $1.33 in donations. Now we can significantly increase that amount with a great email fundraising strategy. I did a video on that, so I'm going to link that in the description. But imagine your fundraising event has over 1,000 attendees, and while you successfully add them to your database, that's potentially another $1,000 in revenue. Never mind the lifetime value of that. Social media is another example. If I was at your event and having a blast, I would for sure snap a selfie and post it. Now I have about 5,000 followers, and according to my social blue book, that's a $100 value to you. You may have heard of the term user-generated content. Well, events are amazing for UGC and also help support social proof. So let's break down social proof. It's a phenomenon where people are more likely to do something that many others have already done. This also includes things like testimonials and reviews. And if you're a smaller, more grassroots nonprofit, this is extremely important. It validates you and helps build trust. So ready for a mind blower? I work with a ton of nonprofits as a fundraising coach. The number one thing that stops our clients dead in their tracks and leaves them gobsmacked is when I say, what does the data say about that? So here's what that looks like. We all know that there is hidden value in the connections you make and the relationships you build at your fundraising events. Event fundraising isn't just about the money that you raise during the event, it's about the face-to-face interactions which boost donor engagement and retention, build trust and loyalty, and can even increase the donation size and frequency. The real magic happens when you get to know your donors, when you get an idea of their demographics, motivations, and behaviors. The next time you sit down to write a request for support, you can go back to these conversations and the data that you collected and really tailor your materials to their motivations and their desires. You can do this with your event volunteers as well. Get to know them. Let your volunteer data help you drive your decisions. So speaking of donors and volunteers, another great little hidden gem is referrals. While you're having these conversations at your event, you can gently ask your attendees and volunteers who else they think that you should be talking to about supporting your cause. Now, we did a whole video on this fundraising method, so I'm going to link that too. It's not just about directly asking for donations, it's about involving them more deeply in your mission. So here is your mission and your action steps. I have a download that I've linked in the description with a bunch of ways that you can increase your event fundraising revenue via these hidden gems. Download it, print it, and brainstorm your ideas around how you can truly maximize your fundraising efforts with your event. Remember, the real magic of fundraising events isn't just in the big numbers. It's in recognizing and capitalizing on the often overlooked opportunities that can truly elevate your nonprofit's fundraising efforts. And that, my friends, is a wrap on uncovering the hidden treasures of event fundraising. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like before you head on over and watch the next video, which is what not to do at your fundraising events. Thanks for watching, stay inspired, and see you next week.